Okay, what is this? David Tyree explains his Anarchy comments on gay marriage. This is by the Christian Post. As the New York State Legislature debates the legalization of gay marriage, former New York Giants wide receiver David Tyree, star of the Super Bowl, continues to speak about the sanctity of marriage between a man and a woman. Tyree appeared on America's Nightly Scoreboard on Fox News Tuesday night, and he didn't back down from his previous comments that sparked wide debate, meaning that gay marriage will lead to anarchy. Marriage, quote, marriage is always has been the backbone of American civilization, just as a means of nature and the way we procreate. Not necessarily. A lot of people have procreated without being married. Does that mean that it's good? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there are various circumstances in which procreation has always been exclusive from marriage. Marriage doesn't lead to procreation all the time. In fact, there are a lot of married couples who don't procreate. I don't know. But you see, procreation is heterosexuality. It's not just marriage. It's heterosexuality. It's having sexual intercourse that leads to procreation. Duh. But one need not to be married to have sexual intercourse. Would it be better if you're married? Yeah, of course. Because there's more trust. And there's more commitment into that. It's more meaningful when you're married and you have sex with somebody that you have complete and utter trust with. But I want to address the anarchy comment, and that is this: Mr. Tyree talks about anarchy. Well, let's talk about anarchy. Okay. In Nevada, about 40 or 50 teenagers stormed a store, a convenience store, and stole merchandise, beer, snacks, and just ransacked the whole store. That's anarchy. Now, I want to know exactly how the state recognizing something that's already in existence and letting the banks and the corporate law recognize it, how does that lead to anarchy? I'm not sure. Maybe if he can explain that and be clear about it, I don't know. Because I do see a lot of anarchy around me. Chicago has a lot of these flash mobs as well, where all these teenagers get up and rob all these stores and convenience stores, and it's basically lawlessness that we see and that we witness. So is this what happens when you legalize gay marriage? I mean, I don't know how that becomes. I don't know how there's a connection there. But you see, that's because this person who is probably still, my assumption is that he's still probably a crackhead. We are talking about a crackhead, a crack user, a drug head, a druggie, who still probably does it, by the way. I mean, once an addict, always an addict. I mean, that's my experience when I dealt with drug addicts. They never let it go. They never do. It's hard. There are a few that do get their life back in order and everything, but believe me, if he's not smoking the snow right now, he will, probably in a few years or so. But they always rebound back. So here's a drug addict who has been a drug abuser for many years and been clouded with that addiction. hallucinating many things, because a lot of drug users, because I've been exposed to this, a lot of drug users have hallucinations. That's why a lot of these drug users become Christian, because they think that Christ talked to them. That Christ came down and talked to them personally. And if it wasn't Christ, if you say, well, if Michael Jackson came back from the dead and talked to me personally, I would be sent to the nut house. But because it's Christ, well, it's different, So, I'm not here to bash Christians. I'm just saying that even Christians don't believe this. Christ coming down and talking to you. There are a lot of Christians that say that's false prophecy. I don't know. I'm not a Christian. But you have a former or a now still crackhead, because that's what they are. They're still a crackhead. And you know what? I smoke. I'm a smoker. Okay? But I stopped smoking about a year ago. But I'm still a smoker because I'm still addicted to it. Because if I were to smoke one more cigarette, I will be smoking again. And I've done that various times. I stopped smoking for about a year, and I smoked again for another year, and then off and on. So I am a smoker because I'm addicted to it. That's just human nature. And you just have to deal with it. Okay? And that is the same with other addictions, including drugs and alcohol and other things. And drugs are more deadlier, of course, and they are more destructive, especially crack, cocaine, and meth, which he used. And crystal meth. It makes you hallucinate. Okay? And this man who was under mental hallucinations is now to be taken seriously about gay marriage, a highly political issue, moral issue, if you want to call it. He's saying it's a moral issue. He's becoming a philosopher now, because he used to be an NFL player. He did the famous catch and during the Super Bowl. Ooh, okay, that is very impressive. Am I supposed to be impressed? No. How about if you find a cure for cancer? Then I'm impressed, which there is, by the way, but nobody wants to expose it. That's a whole different issue. I'm not impressed by these celebrities, nor am I impressed for what they say, whether it's pro or con. I don't care about Lady Gaga telling me how good I am to be gay. I'm born this way. No, BS. Shut up. Stay over there. Okay? I don't care about these celebrities. So why is the gay mafia and, of course, the Christian mafia, why are they telling me, or the corporate elite, more because they control both sides of this issue, why are they forcing this down my throat and saying, look at David Tyree, a crackhead, a druggie, who had mental hallucinations, telling me what should I think about gay marriage and what I think about anarchy, even though we are witnessing anarchy with or without gay marriage. It's happening all around the world, by the way. And in a lot of places. How about Egypt? Oh yeah, Egypt is really gay-friendly, by the way. Really gay-friendly. Libya, with all those Al-Qaeda taking over the Libyan government, that's anarchy. What's going on with Libya? Libya is really gay-friendly, right? It has gay marriage. No. So why are we taking this person seriously? And you might say, Jose, but he's talking about his Christian beliefs. No. I don't care about that. Because there are Christians that are very sound, by the way. Christians who are not about BS. They're not, and they're not celebrities, right? They're just your average, your average person with good intellectual capacities that tell you, no, there's nothing wrong with being gay, and it's okay. Whatever. Let God be the judge. I just want to live my life. Many Christians are just like that. They worry about their families. They worry about more of the issues that concern them and their immediate family members and themselves, right? And of course, there are Christians who are very uppity, and they want to make it clear that they're against gay marriage and blah blah blah, as so to satisfy their beliefs. But this person who is a celebrity, or thinks that he still is a celebrity, joining with Nam because he feels that Jesus Christ told him in a hallucination while he was under the influence of crack cocaine, to tell us how anarchy will be brought upon by gay marriage, okay? And then he goes on to say that civil unions are okay, but homosexuality is bad. It's a sin. So here you have a crackhead telling us that gay marriage is bad, civil unions is good, homosexuality is a sin, we shouldn't do it. But it's okay to have civil unions. But if you have gay marriage, you're not going to have anarchy. Okay? Did you get that? Of course not. We're talking to a crackhead here. Of course not. Do you think that crackheads, whenever they open their mouths, do you think that the things that they say are clear and concise and intelligent? No, of course not. So why are we listening to this garbage? I don't know.